Welcome to Throw with a Pro. I'd like to say we're joined by the newest Players Championship title winner, Bradley Brooks. Bradley, you've been throwing some big averages on the tour recently. Are you going to go easy on me today?
I hope not, because I've seen you practice throw and you were getting the treble, so I'll take it easy.
Well, good luck.
Cheers.
Looking forward to the game. Bradley, we are talking just a week since you won your Players Championship title, first title on the tour. What's the last week been like for you?
It's been good, to be fair. It's sunk in now. But the first, when I woke up the next one after winning, it's before I stopped. It's a big moment for me, especially winning my first season. But it was just waiting for it all to calm down because my phone didn't stop for a good few days.
Yeah, I can imagine. And you've obviously been a player that, you're still only 25 years old, but you've been around the game for such a long time. Your tour card just before you turned 18, I think a couple of weeks before you turned 18. But before that, what was dance like for you growing up, obviously playing local dance?
Yeah, it was just, like I say, I still play local stuff now, I enjoy it. But it was just mainly, I used to play county youth for Lancashire. And then just played Super League on a Sunday and local league on Tuesday. It was just like the norm for anyone really, there's nothing different. But yeah, it's just, I was playing local stuff, nothing different than what anyone else would do.
What was it that prompted you to go to Q school in 2018? Obviously 17, still quite young. Did you feel like you were ready already at that age to have a go?
No, I didn't think I was ready to get on the pro tour, but I think I wanted to see where my game was at, and I wanted to I didn't expect to win much. I thought it'd been going to the challenge tour and then mix it with the best semi-pro players around. So that's what my aim was. But I managed to have a good day and winning the tour card right.
I know Adrian Lewis was a big idol of yours growing up, so you get your tour card at Q school, you see him, Phil Taylor, all the big names in the room, and you're playing in these tournaments. What was that like the first time stepping in and playing those events?
Yeah, it was strange, like you say, because I won it in the January, but in the July, the previous year, I was at the match play watching them all sorts of all in the space of like 6 months, 7 months to watch them, and then actually playing against it. It was different.
Now, fast forward a couple of years, obviously one of the big breakthroughs for you was the World Youth Championship at PDC back in 2020. Behind closed doors, and that probably wasn't as big as it could have been, but still winning that title must have been a special moment for you.
Yeah, it was. I had a good year that year on the development tour. I think I made like 3 finals, but it was always strange for me because I won the World Youth before I even won a pro development tour. Yeah, so. But yeah, it was massive. It was a shame that no one could come and be there to watch it, but as I say, everyone had it on the TV, so it wasn't too bad.
The final itself, I remember watching it on TV. I think it was Joe Davis went all the way to a last leg decider. It must have still been quite a tense game, even though there was not many people in the crowd, still to go to that final leg in the final.
Yeah, it was. It was my first time playing on telly as well, so it was I think I was 5-3 down, so I got it back to 5 each. That's all I kept saying to myself was one more leg.
Get the leg, you're a World Youth Champion, and that title obviously gets you to the World Championship for the first time you get to play at Ali Pali. But another big moment, I think, was the Grand Slam in 2021. So you had that great run getting to the last 16, pushing Gerling Price. What do you remember about that weekend?
It was it was a good weekend because obviously you play 3 games, so I thought that's good. I'm looking forward to it, getting 3 games on telly. Like I said, it was just, I only went there to enjoy it. It wasn't planning on wasn't any expectation, but when I got through the group, I was over the moon. And to get to play the best of 19 against Izzy Bros, that was good.
Yeah, he was the world #1 at the time as well, and a month later you're back at Ali Pali. This time you get your full experience, if you like. You're playing in front of the crowd.
Yeah.
And it's a moment that we all still remember, isn't it? The 9-darter from William Borland. You were unfortunately on the other end of it. What do you remember about just that leg from Willie getting the win?
It was weird. I don't remember it as really. I remember going the last leg and looking over to my mum and was like, "Come on, you got this." But all I could, it's funny because obviously you get the crowd going, you're chanting what they do. But like I said, I don't remember much of it. I just kept hearing the scores going out and shouting like 180 and 177. It was that point before you knew it. I was shaking his hand and I was out. But yeah, it was a good moment for him, and like I said, I think it was one of the better first round games at the Worlds we've seen. So it was nice to be a part of it, but people don't like to forget it now.
Well, we should mention Willie Borland because you did play him last week on the Pro Tour, and okay, it wasn't a 9-darter to win it, but a 170, that's still pretty good to win the game with 170.
Yeah, like you say, it was a big game for me. I was playing well, and obviously, even though me and Willie get on, it's just you have that rival. It's still going to be there because, like I say, everyone I almost get asked at least 3 times a week, what did it feel like? And the answer's still the same. It's like, what do you think? It wasn't a. I didn't want it to happen, but no, yeah, it was nice to win. And I beat Willie for the first time since he's not in against me. But that's the main thing that Pro Tour is just to get the wins and getting the ranking money on. Yeah.
Definitely. And you've obviously last year you spent off the tour. The first year you've had off the tour, well, since you got your tour card back in 2018. What was last year like for you, I guess? Rebuilding, getting ready to go to Q School again this year.
Yeah, it was like it took me a while to get into it because see when I lost my tour card, my phone went and I don't know what's going on here. And I couldn't work out what was going wrong. Well, then I think it was just the enjoyment of it and playing in the Motor 2 series and the ADCs, meeting new people who I wouldn't have met if I didn't come off the tour. I think it made me enjoy the game more, and it was a lot more enjoyable last year. And then, like I said, the aim was always to get back on the Pro Tour. So I enjoyed my year off the Pro Tour, but I'm delighted to be back on it now.
Definitely. And looking back at that week at Q School this year, you had such a great week. I know we were joking you had more points than Ipswich Town, Leicester City in the Premier League at that point. How good did it feel to get that tour card back and do it in such comprehensive fashion as well that week?
Yeah, it was nice. I wanted to win it outright, so I didn't have to stay any longer than I needed to be there. But obviously, with the new rules now, where you have to play every day, it was nice. It's a long week, and it's even though I say I made it look easy. It's not easy. It's tough. It was just, like I say, it was just I needed to get back on the tour. And I'm glad I did in the end.
One of the first times we've got to see you since you got your tour card back was obviously the World Masters. You had to come through those qualifiers. Got to play against Michael Van Gerwen as well on the stage.
Yeah.
That must have felt pretty good as well, getting an early chance to show people what you can do again.
Yeah, it was like you said, when I went to the qualifiers, Q School and managed to win my card. I know I was playing well, but to then take it into the first chance to qualify for a TV event and getting in it, that was massive. It definitely showed me where my game was. And like I said, I don't particularly think I played that well against my game, but like I said, it's still an opportunity to play on telly and it's extra ranking on it, so I'll take it.
And you've played a couple of Euro tours this year. You've been back playing on those.
Yeah, like I said, I had the. I had the one against Vessel where I think I didn't perform very well there. Like I said, the last one I was at, beating Joe Cole first game. And, I do love the Euro Tours, they are like mini majors and the crowd love it as well, so they are good fun. I should qualify for a few more.
Definitely. Well, I think you're going to bash me 3-0 here, so let's get on to last week in your Players' Championship title. Just a few weeks earlier, you had a quarter final, which was your best run since getting your card back, and the day before you won your title, the game with Callum Reeves, we've got to give that a mention because, what was it, 9 legs in 12 minutes? That's pretty good going. I think it takes me 12 minutes to win 1 leg, so to do that, that's pretty good going.
Like I say, Callum's a fast thrower as well, but I think if you ask anyone who plays on the Pro Tour, once you get that first, start above the treble, and it just comes natural to you. But like I say, last year or so, it's been my top games going on leaps and bounds. I don't think I had many 100 averages on the Pro Tour in like 4 years, but recently my top game has been getting a lot better, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, and the title run, obviously kicking off with back-to-back 108 averages, a couple of 6-5 wins against some of the older guard, if you like, in James Wade and Brendan Dolan, through to the quarterfinals. Are you starting to really believe at that point the title could be on?
Like I say, I always fancied back myself, and there was something about that weekend which I couldn't put it on. It's the best I've ever felt like going into an event, and I said it to my manager and Chris from Shot as well. Like, it was, I felt good, and like I say, it showed that I was comfortable with my performances. I think it was when I beat Josh Rock in the quarters to get to the semis. That's when I realised I was like, I'm going to win this, and luckily I managed to do it in the end.
Yeah, 6-1 against Josh Rock. The semi-finals, that looked like a real battle against James Hurrell. Then the final against Gerwin Price, you get the win 8-5, your first big title in the PDC in the senior ranks. Just describe that moment when the tops goes in and you've added your name to that roll line.
Yeah, it was nice to see. It was like that leg I had written off. I was thinking about the next leg, holding my throw and trying to win the title. But yeah, it was. I've always thought I'd give it some, give it large, but as soon as it went in, it's like everything just drained from me. So it was a good moment for me and my family. But I'm hopefully add a couple more to that as well.
Definitely. Looks like this game could be over in about 3 darts, so we'll let you give a mention to the people, I guess, behind the scenes, family, sponsors, everyone that's behind you as well. Yeah,
like I said, I'm very much oriented where I need that support around me. Like I said, a year ago, when I was playing, when I lost my call, I thought that was me done. I didn't think I'd ever come back, but they've always supported me, and that's all I can ask for. They're a big part of why I'm doing what I'm doing now and winning competitions.
I don't think I'll take out a 1-6-3, so I'll get one more question for you. Looking ahead, you've got your first title. I guess you've had that winning feeling. You want to get it again, don't you? So the aim now is to win as many as you can for the rest of the year. Yeah,
that's it. It was the aim at the start was just to get into the Worlds and the Players, and now I've got that. It's just kicking on from where I started now by winning one.
The wins keep coming. Bradley, well played.
Nice one,
I wish you all the best.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Cheers.